And welcome back. This is another episode of Scoops and Sorcery. My name's Joe. Unfortunately, a little bit has happened in the last year, New Year department of the show, but as everyone says, the show must go on. And to be honest, at the same time, what can you do? So you'll notice tonight that Sean is not with me, and that we are no longer sponsored by Greg's Games. Again, this isn't a bad thing, this is just a part of life. Now, Sean and I just had some differences, and I truly think, unfortunately, we just had to split ways. At the same time, Greg's Games wanted to do a little bit more of their house cleaning and things of that nature, so I think they needed to let us go for those reasons as well. They'll figure it out eventually, but until then, I'm here. So, I want to dive right into it today. Good news, wonderful news, great news. Kaldheim is moving forward amicably, and they're doing so much cool stuff right now. With that being said, they gave us at least about a half hour's worth of spoilers and things like that. To be fair, I truly hate the way they're leaning onto that metal side of it, because I get it. A lot of metal people are big into Norse mythology, and metal bands are all about that stuff, but at the same time, it's super unnecessary to push such a hard margin of this. But I can't fault them, because again, that's what their demographic is right now, and that's what they're pushing. Me, as somebody who likes metal and loves the bands and everything else, it's just a little bit thick with the mustard, you know? But I digress. Today we got wonderful, wonderful, wonderful new cards in the format. They're showing us so many different things. I literally have a list right here just to look them up, just to keep you guys intact, just to keep you guys updated and everything. So today, let's just go over a couple of them, just to get it out there. So, again, I will be looking over here to read them back to you. Obviously, if you have a computer at home and you want to follow along and look up the spoilers yourself, please go for it. Do it by any means necessary, because they're out there. There's nothing you can do. They can't be unseen. Super excited for release date. I think I want to buy a box. I have to buy a box. It's my civil duty as a human being and Magic lover to buy the box. Another thing is they brought back Snowlands. Wonderful mechanics. Super cool. Something very highly usable in Commander. Most people don't run the extra planar lens that makes the difference for it, but if you do when you're running a monocolor deck, do it up. Nothing wrong with that. So, again, before I keep getting distracted. Alright, so I got Vargroth Bloody Sire here. A 2/3 Death Touch Rogue, a new rogue, who has Boast. Target player searches their library for a card, shuffles their library, and puts a card on top of it. It's dirty. It's another rogue that just synergizes with the rogues of last set and the set before that. It just really pushes a strong agenda, and it gives you a free tutor. Attack, Boast, Death Touch, Demonic Tutor. Even if you're running mono black, that's still great. That's why, you know what I mean? And you're running anything that could synergize with that, you know? Then I'll move over to Vorinclex, Monstrous Raider. That is correct. We do indeed have Phyrexian Praetors coming into the set. It makes sense. I can obviously see that one of the big bads pulls him over for whatever reason, just to create havoc, cause the havoc, make it happen. I like this card a lot. It doubles all your tokens and counters, and it halves everybody else's. Not as oppressive as the first one, because truly, not many people are really putting counters on things. And the only ones, like Planeswalkers, that's hitting is those Planeswalkers that go up by 2. So, if you're going up by 1, 1 divided by 1 is always going to be 1. So, at the end of the day, you're still benefiting something. Alright, we'll keep moving on here. Here's one that I really love. Alrund. God of the Cosmos, obviously. Supposed to be Odin, but they can't do that. But, regardless, it is a legendary creature god. He gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand, and each foretell card that you own in exile. So that partners perfectly with that new white and blue commander of the Commander Precon that'll be coming out. He also has a flip to him, the modular double side. Haka, Whispering Raven. When the Raven hits and deals combat damage to a player, return it to its owner's hand and scry 2. And he only costs 2. So, you can consistently make that work. Let's move it on down. Nico Aris. So apparently I learned that Nico Aris, the new Planeswalker, is originally from the Theros block. Well, not the Theros block, but the Theros plane. And they plane shifted onto Kaldheim, and they are creating as much havoc and devastation as they can, which is pretty nifty. I don't really like the shard ability. I mean, it's kind of cool, but until I could see it in actual play, I'll never be able to sit here and tell you that it's a great card or not, because again, I won't know what synergy works with it. Then we're moving on to my favorite card of the set so far, the Valki God of Lies. Valki God of Lies is a legendary creature god. It's a 2/1. It's okay. But it also flips into Tibalt, the Cosmic Imposter. That's cool. Tibalt can now be your Planeswalker commander, and you can do some pretty gnarly things with him. And then I'm just going to highlight the last little bit of it. We're talking about some basic lands, some snow lands, but they're typed dual lands. They all come into play tapped, but the whole cycle of 10 is now out. That's great. Like, you can't go wrong with that. I think that's probably one of the coolest things. I'm going to have to get a full set of these, or a couple sets of these, in foil, just because I feel like they're going to be just something special later down the line. But again, like I said, they are releasing new snowlands, so I mean, that's cool. The new packs and everything are going to be nifty. I'm really excited for the set. I'm going to try to keep up with you guys as much as I can lately. We do have a surprise show coming to you guys next Thursday. We will be filming on location. Also, if you guys are in the area and you're looking to play a game, Looking for Games in Levittown, PA is now open again to the general public, obviously at diminished seating capabilities, but again, they can still suit 4 to 5 pods of Commander table players on a Tuesday night between the hours of 6 and 9 p.m. So that's great to know, great news. But again, we just want to let you know that we're still here. We're not going to stop doing this. That Tommy and I are working tirelessly to bring you guys content and bring you guys the best that we possibly can. Again, we're sorry to see Sean, Katie, and Greg's games go, but again, the show must go on, and what are you going to do? That's life. But I'm Joe here at Scoop Sorcery. We are Scoop Sorcery 1 on the Twitter. We have a Facebook, we have a YouTube, we have a Patreon. Check us all out, man. We're here to help you guys and work with you guys, give you guys the latest and greatest up-to-date news at all times possible. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much. You have a lovely day and be safe.